Well, Australians did turn out in huge numbers last Thursday to protest the imposition of the left's lunatic net zero emissions farce. The reckless renewables rally brought to Parliament's doorstep the multiplicity of reasons why regional Australians are outraged at how renewables are destroying their farms, landscapes and local towns. Joining us, someone who was at that rally, is Robert Snoch, who is president of Oberon Against Wind Towers, and he was there at the rally. Welcome, Robert, to Outsiders. It was a great rally. You bumped into James there.
I did.
There you go,
James,
mate.
yep.
And James got on. It was Tuesday, wasn't it? Not
Tuesday.
Thursday. It was Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday.
And James said, we've got to get this bloke on Outsiders. So here you are, Robert. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, guys.
And it's not just about Oberon. We will talk about Oberon, but just tell us what you thought about the rally in general.
Look, in general, I went down to the rally wearing two hats, so to speak. I went down, first of all, not first of all, but I went down as a concerned citizen. I have very strong personal views as a type of energy that needs to be rolled out in this country. Much broader views than the community organisation that I also represent, which is the second hat, and that is president of Oberon Against Wind Towers. And I have to say that Oberon Against Wind Towers is not against renewable energy. What it is against is, renewable energy projects in the Oberon LGA, and in particular, the carpet bombing of 400 to 600 wind towers with a height of 285 metres throughout the Oberon district. Now, to give you some perspective, Centrepoint Tower is 309 metres tall. That's what we're talking about, and that's what is being proposed to roll out across the Oberon LGA.
And these are not just, across farmland, but also state forest, right?
Correct.
So what impact is that going to have? I mean, we're talking about people who want to save the environment with renewable energy, and yet it seems like the environment's being asked to pay a pretty steep price.
Look, it's really tragic what's going on, and in particular the state forests. I mean, last I heard, timber loves to burn. And the thing is, Oberon has got a timber industry. It's got a timber processing plant. We're putting that at risk. These towers have been shown, for mechanical reasons, whatever, they do fail, they explode, they generate fire. The forest will burn. And if Mother Nature's very angry that day, my goodness, it's going to burn.
Rita.
Well, also just aesthetically, as someone who loves the countryside, it just scars the landscape. You've got this beautiful scenery that is being destroyed at great cost as well. It's not like this stuff is cheap.
We have a great tourist industry in Oberon. I mean, we have UNESCO World Heritage Parks. We border with the Blue Mountains, Canangra Boyd National Park, Jenolan Caves. That's in the boundaries of Oberon LGA. Why on earth would we put that at risk? And I agree with you, Rita. They're ugly. I hate them with a passion. I really do. You go out in the countryside to enjoy the country landscape. I don't want to look at industrial monuments out there. I mean, I don't like them. There's a lot of people that don't like them.
And Robert, what I don't understand is, if someone's trying to build a factory or a coal-fired plant or whatever, the tiniest little gecko or something or other stops any development for decades. But it just seems they're just devastating forests. I know they are up in Queensland, elsewhere, just devastating these forests and woodlands and bush areas.
Yeah.
Bird life. Nobody seems to care. There seems to be no accountability.
It's just been railroaded through. There's no thought given to it. Look, we have more unproductive land in this country than productive land. If there are communities that would like to take a renewable energy project because they can't graze animals on it or they can't crop it and harvest it, that land may be suitable for renewable energy. Let them have it. Let them make a buck or two out of it. But please don't destroy prime agricultural land, which Oberon has.
James?
So the rally down on Tuesday, that was to send a message to the politicians and to Chris Bowen. Now, Chris Bowen didn't come out. I don't think any Labor politicians came out. I don't think any Greens came out. But, hopefully somebody from his office might be watching here this morning. What is your message to Chris Bowen and this government about the push to get 82% of our power from all of these things by, I think, the end of the decade?
Look, my personal view, it's just sheer madness. We are sending the country down, financial economic suicide, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Chris Bowen said, I saw it on a TV show that, we will consult with the community. There's a social licence. As far as I'm concerned, it's all BS. I'm sorry.
Has there been any consultation?
There's been no consultation whatsoever.
And how angry are the community in places like Oberon
Well, very angry. I mean, I encourage people to look at our Facebook page and look at the postings there. And, you know, there's a lot of people backing what Oberon Against Wind Towers is trying to do.
And what fascinates me as well is I would say that there's a lot of traditional blue-collar Labor voters in these areas who supported the Labor Party at the last election, who must now be having second thoughts. Would that be a fair assumption?
I certainly hope that is the case. I mean, nobody really, and this is a broader picture and beyond the scope of Oberon Against Wind Towers, but who in their right mind wants to pay higher electricity prices? And it's the rate that they're going up. You know, that's what's concerning.
And you mentioned your thoughts on energy and more generally speaking.
My personal thoughts?
Yes, your personal thoughts. We're separating you from your other hats.
All right.
By the way, Outsiders fans who were all there, and there were many Outsiders fans at the Reckless Renewables rally, it was Robert's hat that really brought him to attention. But put your other hat on and tell us your thoughts.
My personal view is they're telling us we got 20-odd coal-fired power stations in this country that are coming to the use-by date, right? Replace them with nuclear reactors. And why do I say that? We have the site. We have the transmission lines already going in and out, depending how you look, into that site, right? It's all there. Let's continue to use the infrastructure that we have. Australia has the world's largest uranium reserves. Why aren't we utilising that? And furthermore, I keep hearing, we don't have a nuclear industry. I live in the Sutherland Shire. I haven't measured it, but say 10k down the road, there's a suburb called Lucas Heights. There's a facility called Ansto. There's a nuclear reactor in there.
Right.
We have a nuclear reactor in this country. Yes, it doesn't generate power, but it generates facilities for medical purposes, research and development purposes. We have people that know how nuclear reactors work and can operate these nuclear reactors. Yes, it's a bigger scale when you go to a power station, but let's use our natural resources.
Yeah. Robert Snoch, thank you so much for coming on Outsiders. Thank you.